Jungle.
Good day, young scientists! How are you today? I hope you are feeling well, fine, and healthy, just like me. I am Teacher Ian, and welcome to Science Explorer. Before we explore the beauty and world of science, let me remind you first some important tips that we need to consider for this lesson. First, always be attentive. Sit properly and pay attention while we were discussing. Second, quit moving. Please minimize your moving and have focus while we were discussing the lesson. And lastly, make sure that all material is with you, just like a ball pen, a paper, a notebook, wherein you can write all the necessary details that we were going to discuss in the lesson. For today's lesson, we will learn about motion. And for today's objectives are: first, define what is motion. Second, explain the connection between force and motion. And third, cite examples of motion in the real world.
Hello everyone, so I am Teacher May. So before we are going to proceed to our discussion, we will have an activity first. So it is KWL chart. So it is an activity where we can see if you have prior knowledge about our lesson for today. So KWL. K stands for what you know, W stands for what you want to know, and L is for what you have learned. So now, you are going to write something on a K and W column. And later, after our discussion, you are tasked to write something in the L column. Is it clear? Okay, very good. So you may now start. Are you done answering? Okay, very good.
So today, I am going to tell you a story. I have here Angela. Angela is a puppet. She is lifeless and cannot move. And then, we have here the puppeteer. Because of the puppeteer, Angela were able to move. Now, how does Angela were able to move? What causes objects to move? Today, we will have an activity. This is purple. This is a stuffed toy. Now, what are we going to do with this stuffed toy? I will put this in the table. We will observe and see what will happen to this.
So as we can see, the stuffed toy is at rest. But if we will push it backward, what did you observe? Very good. Now we will try to push it also forward. What did it happen? Very good. Now we will try it again, but this time a little bit harder. What did you observe? Very good.
So, I have here questions for you. What happened to the toy when we lay it back in the table? Very good. It stays at rest. So, my second question is, what happened to the toy when we push it forward? Very good. It moved forwards. Now, what also happened to the toy when we push it backwards? Okay, very good. It also moved backward. But what happened to the toy when we push it a little bit hard? Okay, it also moved, but this time a little bit harder. It stumbled a little bit quicker. Very good.
So now, what causes the objects to move? Alright, pushing and pulling can make objects move. A push or a pull is called force. Force causes objects to move. The motion of an object depends on the strength and direction of the force. The force is needed to slow down, speed up, stop, or change a direction of a moving object. So now, why do you think we need to learn about motion? Okay, very good. Even though we didn't put attention to it, every day we are experiencing the wonders of motion. So now, can you think or cite examples in our daily life that motion is being observed? Okay, very good. So now, we are going to have an activity to tell if you really understood or learned something from our discussion earlier. So please prepare a pen and a paper and listen carefully to our directions. So directions: draw a sun if the scenario is at motion, and draw a moon if it is at rest. Is it clear? Okay, let's start. So first, riding a bicycle from your house with your friends. Next, pushing a box at the end of the room to the other. Next, a bottle placed on the table. Next, a jar is displayed in the museum. Last, traveling at the top of the slides to the bottom. Okay. So after answering the activity, at this moment, you may now write something on the last column of our KW chart, which is what have you learned? Okay, you may now start. Okay, are you done answering? That's good. Very good. So that's it for today, class. Goodbye and have a blessed day ahead.